So this is live now. Audio is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hindu Jai Radha Madhav. Jai Radha Madhava. Jai
Bihari,
Janavardhana
Radha,
Girivaradhari Yashodananda
Shodanandana, Rajana Ranjana, Yashodana,
Vanachari Jayodadhama
Bihari.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Narayana
Namo Vasudevaya.
Santato Jayamudire. Nashta Prayasha Vadareshu Nityam Bhagavate Samaya. Bhagavati Uttama Shloki Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Nāścaryametav yad athassu sarvada.
Nāścaryamētat yat asatasu sarvada.
Madhvininda punapatmavadishu.
Mahadvininda kunapatmavadishu.
Tesham mahapurusha padapumsubihi.
Saishyam Mahapurusha Padapam Pamsum Subhi.
Krista tejas tadeva shobhanam.
Nirasta tejasu tadeva shobhanam.
Nāścaryametav yad athassu sarvada.
Nāścaryamētat yat asatasu sarvada.
Madhvininda punapatmavadishu.
Mahadvininda kunapatmavadishu.
Yasha mahapurusha padapam amshubihi.
Saishyam Mahapurusha Padapam Subhi.
Rasta tejasu tadeva shobhanam.
Nirasta tejasu tadeva shobhanam.
Nāścaryametav yad athassu sarvada.
Nāścaryamētat yat asatasu sarvada.
Madhvininda punapatmavadishu.
Mahadvininda kunapatmavadishu.
Yasha mahapurusha padapam amshubihi.
Saishyam Mahapurusha Padapam Subhi.
Rasta tejasu tadeva shobhanam.
Nirasta tejasu tadeva shobhanam.
Let's start, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danva Pranam. Nāścaryamētat yat asatasu sarvada. Mahadvininda kunapatmavadishu. Saishyam Mahapurush Padapam Subhi. Nirastejasu tadeva shobhanam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danva Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Na Ascharyametad yad asato sarvada. महद्विनिन्दा पुनपात्मवादिषु श्रेष्ठ्यं महापुरुषपदापां सुधीर निरस्ततेजसु तदेव शोभनम्. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nashcharchameda dada satsu sarvada mahaduninda kripavatavadishu seshasya mahapurusha badavasubhi nisandeja sudedeva shobhanam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nascharyametadasatsu sarvada mahadvininda kurapatmavadishu tesarya mahapurusam padma subhi nirasta tejasa tadeva shobhanam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna. Nascharyametad yadasatsu sarvada mahadvininda gunapadmavadishu Seshyam Mahapurusha Padapam Subhi Nirastatejasu Tad Eva Shobhanam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nashcharyam etad yad asatsu sarvada mahadvininda kunapatmavadishu seshyam mahapurusha padapam shubhet nirastatejashu tad eva shobhanam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nascharyametad yad asatu sarvada mahadvininda punah Atmavadishu Yesham Mahapurusha Pada Tadeva Shobhanam. Hare Krishna.
Okay, done, everybody. Na, not. Asharyam, wonderful. Eta, this. Ya, which. Asatsu, evil. Sarvada, always. Mahat Vininda, the deriding of great souls. Purnapa Atma Vadishu, among those who accepted the dead body of the self. Sa Ishyam, envy. Mahapurusha, of great personality. Pada Pamshubihi, by the dust of the feet. Nirasta Tejasu, whose glory is diminished. Tat, that, Eva, certainly, Shobhana, very good. It is not wonderful for persons who have accepted the transient mental body of the self to engage always in deriding great souls. Such envy on the part of the materialistic persons is very good because that is the way they fall down. They are diminished by the dust of the feet of the great personalities. Yes, Supriti Keshavi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Everything depends on the strength of the recipient. For example, due to the scorching sunshine, many vegetables and flowers dry up and many grow luxuriantly. Thus, it is the recipient that causes growth and dwindling. Similarly, Mahiyasam Pada Rajo Abhishekam. The dust of the lotus feet of the great personalities offers all good to the recipient, but the same dust can also do harm. Those who are offenders at the lotus feet of a great personality dry up. Their godly qualities diminish. A great soul may forgive offenses, but just as one can tolerate the scorching sunshine on one's head, but cannot tolerate the scorching sunshine on
The great soul may forgive offenses, but Krishna.
A great soul may forgive offenses. Sorry, Prabhuji. A great soul may forgive offenses, but Krishna does not excuse offenses to the dust of that great soul's feet, just as one can tolerate the scorching sun on one's head, but cannot tolerate the scorching sunshine on one's feet. An offender glides down more and more, therefore he naturally continues to commit offenses at the feet of the great soul. Offenses are generally committed by persons who falsely identify with the impermanent body. King Daksha was deeply engrossed in a misconception because he identified the body with the soul. He offended the lotus feet of the Lord Shiva because he thought that his body, being the father of the body of Sati, was superior to Lord Shiva's. Generally, less intelligent men misidentify in that way and they act in the bodily concept of life. Thus, they are subject to commit more and more offenses at the lotus feet of great souls. One who has such a concept of life is considered to be in the class of animals like cows and asses. Hare Krishna.
A few more. Sati continued, my dear father, you are committing the greatest offense by envying Lord Shiva, whose very name, consisting of 2 syllables, Shiva, purifies one of all the sinful activities. His order is never neglected. Lord Shiva is always pure, and no one but you envies him.
Purport. Since Lord Shiva is the greatest soul among the living entities within this material world, his name, Shiva, is very auspicious for persons who identify the body with the soul. If such persons take shelter of Lord Shiva, gradually they will understand that they are not the material body but our spirit soul. Shiva means Mangala or auspicious. Within the body, the soul is auspicious. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. This realization is auspicious. As long as one does not realize his identity as a soul, whatever he does is inauspicious. Shiva means auspicious, and devotees of Lord Shiva gradually come to the platform of spiritual identification, but that is not all. Auspicious life begins from the point of spiritual identification, but there are still more duties. One has to understand one's relationship with the Supreme Soul. If one is actually a devotee of Lord Shiva, he comes to the platform of spiritual realization. But if he is not intelligent enough, then he stops at that point, only realizing that he is a spirit soul. Aham Brahmasmi. If he is intelligent enough, however, he should continue to act in the way of Lord Shiva, for Lord Shiva is always absorbed in the thought of Vasudeva. As previously explained, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. Lord Shiva is always in meditation on the lotus feet of Vasudeva Sri Krishna. Thus, the auspicious position of Lord Shiva is realized if one takes to the worship of Vishnu. Because Lord Vishnu says in Shiva Purana that the topmost worship is the worship of Lord Vishnu. Sorry.
Continue. Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva is worshipped because he is the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu. One should not, however, make the mistake of considering Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu to be on the same level. That is also an atheistic idea. It is also enjoined in Vaishnava Purana that Vishnu or Narayana is the exalted Supreme Personality of Godhead and no one should be compared to him as equal, even Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma, not to speak of other demigods.
What happened? Your voice is cutting. Chalo, I take that much only. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunapadi Pashata Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yadvi Aksharam Nama Giriretim Rinam Sakrit Prasangad Agamashu Hantita Pavitra Kirtim Tam Alangya Sashanam Bhavam Ahodvesh Shivam Shivetaraha. Satyakandi, my dear father, you are committing the greatest offense by envying Lord Shiva, whose very name consists 2 syllables, Shi and Va, purifies one of all the sinful activities. The order is never neglected. Lord Shiva is always pure, and no one but you envies him. Hare Krishna. Take care. So today let us just meditate upon Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is very dear to the devotees of the Lord. Very, very dear. And not only that, the devotees of the Lord are also very dear to him. Am I saying that? No. Lord Shiva says that. Let me just show you that. You all can read this. You're all the devotees of the Lord, and as such, I appreciate that you are respectable as the Supreme Personality Godhead Himself. Because you're devotees of the Lord, I respect you. I know in this way that the devotees also respect me. I know that I am dear to them. That no one can be more dear to the devotees as I am. So when you become a devotee of Krishna, automatically you become very, very dear to the Lord Shiva. In the Bhagavatam, there is a very nice incident that once, Parvati was, I quote this regularly, Parvati was sitting on the lap of Lord Shiva and he was giving Bhagavatam. So at that time, Chitraketu appeared. And Chitraketu had just had darshan of the Lord, and in a beautiful aeroplane, he reached Kailasha and he saw the situation. And he just said, so he was just laughing actually at the situation. And Lord Shiva just smiled. He didn't take any offense. He said, it's a way to give Bhagavatam class. Just imagine you go and you see some grahastha giving Bhagavatam class, his wife on his lap. Definitely you'll laugh. So that Lord Shiva didn't take any offense. He was just smiling. He said, you have a point. And all the people sitting there, big sages sitting there, they also smiled. That nobody took any offense because there was no offense. And Lord Shiva was also doing it very purely. He is very great personality. But Mother Parvati got an offense. So who told you to analyze Lord Shiva and correct him? Even Brahma does not do that. Who has given you a stick? Hey, you're right, you're wrong. Correct? Who has given you that? That also has a lesson for us. We discussed that a few times on fortnight. And then Mother Parvati says, my dear son, become a demon for your purification. She cursed him to become a demon. Imagine you have an aeroplane, you're traveling and all, and you're cursed to become a demon. And Chitraketu understand that actually nothing can happen without the will of the Lord. Nothing can happen. It may be Lord Krishna's desire to quickly take him back to Godhead. That's what happens. So what he does is that he comes, paid obeisances to Mother Parvati. He says, my dear mother, I accept your curse. And he goes away, becomes a demon, Vritasura, which is another study in the Bhagavatam. Now, as Vritasura behaves as a great devotee, and Indra is stuck with wonder in the battlefield, and finally he leaves his body, goes back to God. Always happy, even though such as Lord Shiva watches this being cursed in front of him, and then paying obeisance and accepting the curse. Lord Shiva gets very happy. He says, my dear Parvati, you are very beautiful. But today, this devotee of Narayana has become more beautiful to me than you. Narayana parasarve, nakutasya viviyati, swarga apavarga narakeshu apitulyartha darshana. Look at the devotees of Narayana. They are not scared of naraka, swarga, nothing. Everything is equal for them. Swarga apavarga narakeshu apitulyartha darshana. Watch, everything has become equal. They're not scared of any situation. It glorifies. So devotees of Narayana are very, very dear to the Lord Shiva. And from where did I quote that verse which I just showed you? That is from Bhagavatam. In the 4th canto, there are a prayer which is called Rudra Gita. The Lord Shiva offering beautiful prayers to Krishna. Beautiful prayers. In fact, many devotees cram those prayers. Just like, the prayers not only have the Rudra Gita, the prayers not only have his offering of prayers and, statement like this. Now he describes a beautiful form of Lord Krishna, of Narayana, beautiful form. How is his navel? How is his, hands? How is his lotus feet? How is his face? He's meditating on that and is offering beautiful prayers to the devotees. There are many other instances in Bhagavatam where Lord Shiva offers prayers. There is there's a situation that once Samudra Manthan, Lord showed the Mohini Murti form at the end to take away the nectar with the Danavas had grabbed. So at that time, Lord Shiva was not there. He heard about that. So Bhagavatam mentions this point. He goes to meet the Lord. And perhaps he has gone to Shirodaksha Vishnu. And he requests that, my Lord, you showed this beautiful form, but I don't see it. I want to see this form of yours. I heard it was unimaginably beautiful. He is, wants to see the glories of his Lord. And he's sitting with Parvati there. Both have gone together. And the Lord said, oh, really? And suddenly the whole scene changes. And the same Mohini Murti appears, playing with the ball. And Lord Shiva starts gazing at her. And he starts running after, leaving his wife, runs after her. And then, this incident is after that, after some time, Lord Shiva controls himself. And when he controls himself, he offers again beautiful prayers to the Lord. Beautiful prayers. And I am so proud. Now I'm feeling ashamed today. So proud that my Lord is so mystifying that I just was running behind him. And he offers again prayers. True, Lord Shiva is not at that moment afflicted by Mahamaya. The Bhagavatam presents Lord Shiva was actually enchanted by Yogamaya. A great devotee, Lord Shiva, not enchanted by Mahamaya, by Yogamaya. And the Lord did some pastime to show to all of us how much. In fact, at that time, Mohini Murti runs through the sages who are doing tapasya, and they are seeing Lord Shiva running like that, just to show lesson how much careful we should be. Not play with Maya. Don't think I'm stronger, I can handle Maya. There was once in one college, I was taking class, and I saw a boy and a girl sitting together. So my class used to be human values, Indian philosophy, like this. Something I did. So I told the boy, can you sit separately? So, because they were not only sitting together, they were doing something which was disturbing me too. Writing on each other's books, looking at each other. Not at all in the class, they're in another world. So can you sit separately? After the class, the girl and the boy came to fight with me. Sir, can we ask a question? I said, see, it's not good, no? You can do later. Now you can study. So the girl was telling me, no, sir, I can handle it. I can handle it. That is what people think. They can handle it now. So the lesson of Lord Shiva shows that he may be a personality as great as Lord Shiva, but if you are careless and you do not restrict yourself what to think about, what to meditate upon, what to see, will you destroy? That's a lesson for us. Are you great as great as Lord Shiva? A small personality. So Lord Shiva is explained in Brahma Samhita. Shiram yathadadi vikara vishesha yoga sanjayate nahatita pratikasti hetu ya shambhutam api tata samupeti karya govindamadi purusham tamam bhajan. It's explained in this way that just like the milk is turned into curd. I remember a long time ago in our temple, one sannyasi had come. He said, how do you explain Lord Shiva? He quoted the shloka. See, can you tell something more? He again quoted the shloka. See, can't you tell something more? Again he quoted the same shloka. He said, as far as Shiva Tattva is concerned, we have been revealed this information and we can just meditate on that. More than that, we cannot do. We cannot do more. See, how do you know Lord Shiva? From Shastra. Okay. The Shiram Yadhadati Vikara Vishesha Yoga, just like the milk turns into curd. Sanjayate naha pratikasti hetu yashamutam pitata samupati karyat. For the work of creation, Lord Vishnu takes a form of Lord Shiva as milk turns into curd. So there is difference between Shiva and Vishnu. It is not the same personality, but Shiva is a transformation from Lord Vishnu for the purpose of creation. Because Lord Vishnu does not touch material energy, Lord Shiva does. He is the husband of Durga, material energy, personification material energy is Durga. So he is a husband, so he is in contact with the material energy. But Lord Vishnu at a distance. Because material energy means all kind of illusions, correct? Sattva-guna, Tamo-guna, Rajoguna is a different kind of illusion, Maya, that which is not. Maya personified is Durga. So he's the husband. He comes in contact with her, not Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu's transformed form is Lord Shiva. So that is therefore there are various tattvas which we need to understand. One is called Jiva Tattva, that is we, small anu. In fact, it is explained that Jiva can partially have certain qualities. Partially. This is explained in Nectar of Devotion, chapter 21, if you read. Okay? So there are 50 qualities which Jiva can have. Equilibrium, mind, be austere, be equal, forbearant, mercy, be clean, to some degree truthful. To some degree you can have. Starts with truthfulness. Steadiness, faithfulness, faith. But there are 5 qualities which are only visible, not visible in a Jiva. Lord Brahma being empowered by the Lord, even though he is a Jiva, manifests them on Lord Shiva. Shiva Tattva, what is that? Changeless. All cognition, ever fresh, Sachidananda, having a blissful body and possessing all mystic perfections. So Lord Shiva, having these things much above the Jiva, therefore get confused to be the Supreme Lord. When people hear about his various Leelas from various Puranas, they think he's God. Because he has many qualities the Jiva doesn't have. He's changeless, he's all cognition, he's ever fresh, he's Sachidananda Vigraha, possessing eternal spiritual body and possessing all mystic perfections. So because of this, he's showing all this power, people think he's God. But he doesn't say that. We just said in the Bhagavatam, he doesn't say that. In fact, now there are 5 more qualities which Lord Shiva doesn't have, but Vishnu has. Uncountable universe generated from the body. From the body of Vishnu, the universe has come out. He is the original source of all incarnation. All incarnation emanate from Vishnu. Just like we know about Dashavatara, all incarnations come from him. He is the giver of salvation of the enemies whom he kills. When Vishnu kills somebody, he gets salvation. He is the attractor of the liberated souls. Even the liberated people get attracted to Vishnu because such are the qualities of Lord Vishnu. This is the shloka in the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Iktam bhuta guno harihi. Then Narayana has so beautiful qualities. Atma ramascha munayo nirganti api urukrame kuruvanti ahetukim bhaktim ittam bhuta guno hari. The Hari has such wonderful qualities. Even self-realized person understood I am not body, I am spirit, soul, surrender to him. We have the example of the 4 Kumaras, of totally self-realized souls. But when they saw the beautiful form of Narayana in Vaikuntha, at the gate of Vaikuntha, and they saw the Tulasi, smell of Tulasi from the lotus feet, became great devotees. Okay. But there are 4 qualities that even Narayana and Krishna have the same personality, but only in Krishna form these 4 qualities are manifest. Number 1, the sweet pastimes, very, very intimate pastimes like the Bala Leela, Rasa Leela are only shown by Lord Krishna. Number 2, he has very intimate devotees to exhibit such amazing pastime and who have intense love for Krishna because awe and reverence is removed. They are not aware that Krishna is God. Krishna makes them forget. So they have the intense love for Krishna and manifest within them, and then amazing pastime that is called Leela Madhuryam, then is Bhakta Madhuryam, and then for Venu Madhuryam, amazing. Krishna when he plays flute, it's a spiritual vibration of love which enchants everybody. And finally, the Rupa Madhuryam is unimagined beauty which surpasses even Vishnu's form. So Vishnu and Krishna is one personality, but in Krishna form only these 4 things are reserved. Okay. But there is difference between Vishnu and Lord Shiva. These 5 qualities which Narayana shows, Lord Shiva doesn't show. But Shiva is not like a Jiva, he shows 5 qualities more than Jiva. So this is from Nectar of Devotion by the Goswamis, which can help us understand more. Okay. So then, having understood then what we should do, how do we understand then so many pastimes? Just like, very interesting is sometimes Balaramji acts opposite of Krishna. He is independent. Even though Balaram and Krishna have same personality. You see, Balaramji is training Duryodhana and Krishna is training the Pandavas. That we have to understand. Just like we know, devotee means service. So we see Mother Yashoda sometime running behind Krishna with a stick. Now, what kind of devotion is it? Would you go to temple? I'm a great devotee, and you take a stick. Today I'm going to beat him. No. So for our understanding, it is true, but very advanced is sometimes devotees show the limit of bhakti, wherein they give more pleasure to Krishna by actually chastising him. We should not take that road, artificial. So Balaramji also does that sometimes, to sweeten Lord Krishna's pastime. So Lord Shiva's activities also may look sometimes like that, like the instance of Jayadratha. Jayadratha prays to Lord Shiva that, I want to give me the benediction that, I can be able to fight with the Pandavas. So it says, he gives a benediction, and then I cannot die. He said, okay, you will only die when your father throws your head on the ground. And that's what happened. Krishna arranges a sunset and removes the sunset, and Arjuna, Jayadatta is in front of him, the whole pastime. And the Jayadatta is, Arjuna is responsible to the death of Abhimanyu. And Krishna takes Arjuna takes a vow that he will kill him next day, or he will enter fire. And then they protect Jayadatta. A whole army of Kaurava is put in front, and Arjuna keeps fighting through the army whole day, destroying half of their army in a day. And then when it reaches Jayadatta, it's already sunset. So everybody is celebrating Jayadatta also. So now you go to enter fire, and Arjuna is saying, okay, the lights of fire, is about to enter. And Jayadatta is laughing, and you know this. Okay, what does Krishna do? Actually, sunset has not happened. Krishna had done Mayavi, he had put a sunset. Sunset was not there by his Sudarshana, he had created sunset. And then Krishna removes the cloud, and with the sunlight. And so Krishna says to Arjuna, here is Jayadatta, kill him. So he takes and he says, kill him carefully. The head should fall in his father's hand and lap, and father should throw that. That's how he will die. So Lord Shiva gave a benediction, you will only die in that way, with a loophole that when your father throws your head, knowing that Krishna will arrange that. So he keeps a loophole. He keeps a loophole. He arranges. And there is a loophole, he arranges. And there is another devotee of Shalva. He was eating only ash, and wanted some benediction of having aeroplane, which will cause fear to Dwaraka. But finally, in that whole pastime, the Pradyumna, other devotees in Krishna book, they fight valiantly, protecting the Dwaraka, and then Krishna appears and destroys, kills Shalva. So sometimes you may feel that, he's acting independently. No, he's not acting. Prabhupada says many times in we reading the purport of Brahma Samhita. In fact, very interestingly, we see that it is there by Prabhupada's guru, Brahma Samhita, that he has no independent initiative. The supremacy of Shambhu is subservient to that of Lord Govinda, hence they are not really different. He is subservient, he is not equal. Shambhu is not a second goddess other than Lord Krishna. The Prabhupada used to say so many things because of this. The non-distance, the milk is treated the curd, became different personality. This personality has no independent initiative. Can you see this? Has no independent initiative. Just like milk is turned into curd by adulteration, you have to put something, either curd or some lemon, vinegar, something you do. Similarly, Lord Shiva is a transformation of Vishnu. Okay? But he has no independent initiative. So many times, we picturize, people ask us sometimes, why you don't go to temple of Lord Shiva? They ask Vaishnavas. See, we have no problem. Lord Chaitanya, when he visited South India, he did go. But only problem that we have is that they are not worshipping Lord Shiva properly. They are worshipping as another independent personality of God. That is why, just like there is, don't want to name, there is one organization which is making huge temples around the world, massive, in America, in Europe, They are extremely popular in Gujarat and fabulously rich. Okay? They make huge temples. But generally, we don't even go there. Why? Because they are worshipping their guru as God, which is totally not able to understand that. We are not able to understand or even appreciate that. Okay? So we don't go. Because we are opposite Danta, we cannot encourage. At least for us, it is wrong. So similarly, Lord Shiva, we are happy, we are glorifying him today. Correct? We are glorifying him today. But we avoid to go many times because the way they are worshipping it is neither pleasing to him. It's not the way to worship. They don't know what is his position, who is he. They think he is independent God. He doesn't say that. Correct? He doesn't say that. Shastra doesn't say that. But that's how the people feel. So in that way, we have, when you look at Lord Shiva, you look in so much love and affection. He's so dear to the devotees. In fact, there is a very beautiful pastimes which we will discuss more. I think we'll continue this for a few days talking about Lord Shiva because there's glorification. We should have, that is the point. We should continue the glorification and we can study various pastimes. So, in fact, Lord Shiva also in the pastime that Krishna gives a very difficult task, which nobody else can do. Like in the Samudra Manthan pastime, Lord Vishnu was already there. And they were, the Devatas were hardly able to do. First thing, they could not carry the Mandara mountain itself. So then Krishna came, or Lord Vishnu form, he came. And on the back of Garuda, he kept the mountain and brought all the Devatas and Danavas together. Let us go. Krishna just wanted to have a fun. That's the whole Leela of Samudra Manthan. Many things happen together in that stuff. And then when he brings it to the ocean and they keep on the ocean, and ocean of milk, the mountain sinks. And everybody is sad again. So then Lord takes another form of Kurma and goes below the mountain. I say, okay, now I'm holding it from below. So, and then, Devata, Danavas, Vasuki is made as a rope and they have tied the Mandara and they are churning. They can't even churn because it is not balancing again. So on the top of that, again, Lord takes a form and sits down, a huge form again with various arms. So now properly balanced. It's a now churn. And the churning, Devata, Danavas, but still they're not able to do very well. Then Krishna said, here you go. Then he starts churning. And then when he churns, at that time, first thing that comes out is poison. What comes out is poison. When the poison comes out at that moment, everybody is scared. Because the poison is spreading and it will destroy the whole universe. So Lord Vishnu says, he wants to glorify his devotee Shiva. Let us go to Shiva. And he knows it's a very difficult task, but only this special devotee can do. Just like we see in the Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna takes Yudhishthira to Bhishma when nobody is able to convince him to rule. Correct? And at that time, what happens? We have Bhishma glorifies. Bhishma glorifies Krishna by beautiful prayers and he instructs and convinces Yudhishthira to rule. So Krishna that way glorifies Bhishma. See, look at my devotee. Krishna sometimes in such a difficult position, he is offering prayers to me with so much love. In such a difficult position, he is expressing his so much devotion, love to me. And not only that, in such a difficult, he giving instruction. Vishnu Sahasranama came during that time. He is instructing Yudhishthira to rule. Very good. And then similarly, Lord Krishna wants to glorify his devotee, pure devotee, Lord Shiva. So everybody goes to him and say, can you help us? And look at who will do this? Will you say, poison is disturbed? Okay. It is spreading through the universe. So Lord Shiva takes his palm. And with the two palms, all the poison is reduced. He's extremely powerful. And then after that, he takes it in his mouth. But now he's worried. My Lord resides in my heart. I should not take it there. He holds in his neck. And therefore, he is called Nilakanta. Again, Krishna glorifies him as his very great devotee. So, very tough task, Lord Krishna gives. Then what about Shankaracharya? Because Shankaracharya is also an incarnation of Lord Shiva. He's an incarnation of Lord Shiva. Why does it teach what it teach? It is said in the Shastra, it is revealed in the Shastra, Mayavadam Asashasam, the philosophy given by Lord Shiva is called Mayavadam. Everything is Maya. Asashastra is not a true scripture. Prachamna Bauddha Muchyate, it is just hidden Buddhism. So it is revealed in the Shastra. Narayana, this Mayavadam Asashasam. But why did Lord Shiva do it anyway? Why does he do it? He did it because Janana Mohitam Kuru, it was the order of the Lord, a test. See, sometimes we don't understand, just like we say Maya is our enemy. Okay? But actually, is she enemy? Is the teacher your enemy, which gives you an exam in the class? We say no. We used to give exam. Maar diya aaj to. Khatam kar diya. We used to say like that, particularly in college days when you don't study. But actually, teacher is not your enemy. He is only helping you. Because of the exam only you prepare. Because of the exam only you studied. And the good questions of the exam enhance your understanding. What a beautiful question it was. I understood so good because of the question. Okay. So therefore, exam is actually very much needed. So therefore, Maya is not doing it, the thankless task she's doing. So she does task of Maya. But actually, the last layer of Maya is not done by Durga Devi. That is done by Lord Shiva. What is that? Your God. So it is just to enhance, fix up. And in that way, it differentiates out who are those who are, cheaters are cheated. Those are actually showing devotion to the Lord, but actually are not devoted. Your God. So those who do not actually accept, they are subordinate to the Lord, are filtered out. They just come to take advantage of the Lord. Give me this, give me that. They're actually not devotees. More interested in karma kanda. They're easily deluded by this philosophy. Yeah, you're God. How nice to you. You're God. Appa. Maja aa gaya sun ke. So people run for that kind of philosophy, and that way the last layer of Maya. So he's actually doing service, and in that way filtering pure devotion from this so-called devotion, where a person is actually focused on himself and his glorification, his comfort. I am God is very attractive to him. And by genuine devotee is very conscious. I am subordinate to the Lord. Spiritual life begins when you understand. Yesterday only I was hearing somebody was telling, Prabhupada met a person and that person asked Srila Prabhupada that I want initiation. This is right in the beginning of the movement. So Prabhupada said, okay, answer me two questions. Who is Krishna? He is the Supreme Personality of God. Who are you? I am his humble servant. So Prabhupada said, I'll initiate you tomorrow. Because that was the basic essence. You may have understood so many things, but if you're not understood, I am subordinate to the Lord, it is okay. So there is Lord Shiva, how to become dear to Lord Shiva. So many things he says to the Prachetas. He says, you are so gentle. So those who are gentle in behavior are very attractive to Lord Shiva. He says, even though you are 10 brothers, you don't fight with each other. You fight among each other. You're not dear to Lord Shiva. There are so many qualities, which we can learn from Lord Shiva's behavior. Even he's called Bhutanatha, even though he is, in such an exalted position. He is the most merciful Vaishnava. Now, the most neglected people become ghost. Who becomes ghost? Who commit suicide, either material or spiritual. Some people commit material suicide, they hang themselves up. So the remaining part of the body, they don't get a body, they are ghostly body. Too much sinful activity, and some people who commit spiritual suicide. I'm God. That is spiritual suicide. I want to merge into God. But these are all, either material or spiritual suicide. And these people are ghost-like people. And Lord Shiva is their benedictor. Both of them are attracted. These people who say that I am God, generally they worship Lord Shiva. Correct? You are God, I am God, everybody. Generally. And then devotees also worship, just like, but they worship in a different way. So there is so many pastimes of Lord Shiva are coming, but I want to really limit to certain pastimes so that we can continue this glorification for a few days. Okay. So where were we? We are the Pracheta. So you become very dear to Lord Shiva if you have wonderful qualities. So Bhutanatha, coming to Bhutanatha, showing another manifestation of intense mercy. So imagine, that is what Daksha misunderstood. Therefore, Vaishnava Kriya Mudra should not be analyzed by everybody. We should be careful. Topmost Vaishnavas like Lord Shiva sometimes show strange behavior. Okay? So what happens now, taking this pastime, so Lord Shiva dresses himself in a very, strange way, putting ash all around his body, skulls around his neck. But what for? Because the ghostly living entities are there. And by his, being among them, he attracts them and shows mercy to them. Therefore, it's called Bhutanath. Who will do that? Nobody does. The Lord Shiva does. It's very, very, very extremely merciful to the extent of helping such people. He is Ashutosha, very easily pleased. Very easily pleased. There we see that Bhasmasura, he went to him and as a giver, hey, what are you doing? Why do you want to give up your life? And even though yesterday we discussed, somebody may have so many, in the purported there, somebody had so many unimaginable bad qualities, but one good quality, he notices that, magnifies that. You want to worship me? Okay, so that is his exalted quality. And we can take advantage of this opportunity in Krishna consciousness to know about an exalted devotee called Lord Shiva and beg his prayers. Pancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhu evacha patitana pavane vaishyavan vancha kalpatar kripa sindhu. You are an ocean of mercy. So when we are referring this prayer, it is actually to the topmost Vaishnavas. So we give it to each other. But each other is, we really not Vaishnavas. As an etiquette we do. We're trying to be. We got some mercy from, we are just Kanishthas. We got some mercy from Srila Prabhupada and we have developed little faith at the lotus feet of Krishna, little faith. Okay. So therefore we should bow down with great respect to Lord Shiva. Vancha kalpatarubhasya, kalpataru, kripa sindhu. We can fulfill all the desires of devotees and because kripa, you're full of your ocean of mercy. Kripa sindhu. Patitanam pavane, deliver the fallen soul, Vaishnava Namo. As a topmost Vaishnava, please take my respect. In fact, Bhagavatam says, just like among rivers, Ganga is the greatest. Correct? She calls the purest and the greatest. Similarly, among Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is the greatest. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhuhu. And he is not in any illusion that he's God. He's very much clear who is he. There is one beautiful pastime where the Parvati asks him, because I see you are also worshipping somebody, you are doing some tapasya. Just like we have incidents in the Bhagavatam or second canto of Narad Muni going to Brahma. My dear father, aren't you God? But I see you're doing some tapasya trying to please somebody. You are God, no? It's just for coming, let it come out from the mouth of Brahma. So Brahma clarifies, no. This is the second canto, I'm just a small servant of Narayana. So similarly, Lord Shiva says, I'm nothing. He says, Aradhanam api sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param. He said, among all the worship, the greatest is worship of Lord Vishnu. Clarify, so that we don't get into confusion. He's very clear. So many people may have doubt, but he doesn't have doubt. He's very clear. Tasmat paratarundei tadiyanam sarajana. But something very interesting, even greater than worshipping the Lord is worship of his devotees. And Lord Shiva personally was doing that. He says, Prachetas, you are so great devotees of Vishnu. You are as a worshipper for me, then as Lord Vishnu. He is himself. And the prayer, the Chitrakyuti honored by Narayana Parasarvena Kutashana Vivyati, Swarga Upavarga Narkeshu Api Tulyata Darshanaha. So there are so many beautiful pastimes of Lord Shiva in the Bhagavatam. And as we read Bhagavatam, more and more this becomes clear. In fact, when he took the level 1 class, the first thing which is dangerous is when we tell people Shiva is not independent God like Krishna. People get shocked. So much shocked that many people stop the classes only. In fact, many teachers stop mentioning that in the level 1. They left it. They said, maybe we will mention the level 2. Then the level 2, it has to be properly organized and properly presented, not just, to throw it suddenly on the red bomb. The level 1 attrition we handle, level 2 attrition is also very high. Yes, and one of the reasons may be that we talk about veg, non-veg, we talk about Lord Shiva, and it is shocking for people. They just cannot take it. So Lord Shiva is there practically in every house puja room, it is there. Okay, and you can go down to him, offer wonderful prayers, and say that you are so dear to the devotees, and the devotees are also so dear to you. Please be merciful to me. Let me become a Vaishnava. I don't even know. Again, Lord Shiva's position is not like Jiva, which can be ensnared by Maya. His position is very unique. In fact, Lord Shiva has many more manifestations. We will talk about it tomorrow. His one manifestation is called Sadashiva. There are various forms, just like we have Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, we have Shirodaksha Vishnu. Tomorrow we'll talk about that. Sadashiva manifestation is actually not Jiva, which is Vishnu Tattva. Lord Shiva also participates in the pastimes of the Lord. Really? And Lord Shiva came to jump into the Rasa Leela. He wanted to participate in that. And he is worshipped in all the dhamas. And like in Vrindavan also, Lord Shiva is there. Worship as Dhameshwar Mahadev, Chakreshwar Mahadev. There are various places Lord Shiva is installed, even in Vrindavan, as a protector of the dhama. Okay, so he is always with the devotees. Okay, even in Mayapur, Lord Shiva is installed. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur personally installed. Okay, so he is in that way always with the devotees. He is part of the worship of Lord Vishnu in that way always, and is very, very dear to the devotees because of his exalted qualities. So now Sati is glorifying Lord Shiva is not wrong. It is perfectly correct, and let us also take advantage of this. And I think for a few days we can continue this, meditate on various pastimes more of Lord Shiva, and enhance our understanding of our topmost Vaishnava. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji.
Pranam,
Prabhuji.
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna,
pranam.
Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Prabhuji,
pranam.
Dandavat pranam.
Thank you,
Wonderful class,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you so much.
Krishna.
We got to know about Shiva so much, Prabhu. Fourth canto is full of, admiration of Shiva. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
the reason why I left level 1 only. I missed your classes because of that only, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. That's why it took me so long to accept this. Only. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Lord Shiva then inspired you, go take shelter of ISKCON. Taken. Yes, very nice. Okay, we continue this. Today some things are in our mind, and let us tomorrow talk about the various other manifestations of Lord Shiva, about pastimes of Lord Shiva in Krishna Leela, participating in Krishna Leela. Okay, let us talk about Lord Shiva has many more pastimes in Bhagavatam which we have not touched today. We continue, hopefully tomorrow, if needed, one more day. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are still in Bangalore for this week. Okay.